the healing effects of dance and music. It's part of our life and living skill program that I have already introduced to everyone. The healing, when I talk of the healing effects of classical dance and music, what comes first to my mind is the beauties of nature. The nature has its own changing, its own way of changing colors, patterns, which reflects pretty much our own life. The classical art form of India is very special as it's formed over the centuries. It has evolved over the centuries from Bharata's Natya Shastra, the treatise on dance and theatre and dramatics. Even today, we live, we breathe the whole pattern of classical dances and music from the Natya Shastra, from Bharata's treatise on dramaturgy. I am not going to go deep into the history of dance. However, I would like to tell you something about how it becomes a healing factor in our life. Me per se, my own personal experience is, for me, dance has been the medium towards spirituality. I'll explain to you how. There was a time when I was just living my life on the day-to-day, at the day-to-day moments. One fine day, I woke up from my sleep and I felt, why did I leave this dance when I was little? Why did I quit this? Because I saw the whole cosmic dance of Lord Shiva in my dreams. And I thought to myself, this is what I should be. This is what I should be doing. I didn't realize what was happening inside me until I restarted my dance career after 20 years, which means almost when I reached the age of 34. I practiced and I fell down number of times and I woke up again. Some energy, some pull was lifting me up to do this art form all over again. And I, of course, as an NRI, I had to fly down to this Punya Bhumi, that is my Bharat, my India, to recover what I had lost in the form of fine arts. And this led me, every day of my dancing led me towards spirituality, led me towards, when I call it spirituality, it was daya, it was compassion, it was forgiveness, shama, it was dan, it was a charity, it was all these bhavanas, all the positive bhavanas within me just surfaced, and I loved every moment of that. This is a brief experience of mine, but I have seen after every performance, after every rehearsal, or after every practice, day-to-day practice of this classical art form remains as an oblation to the Almighty. You offer yourself, you offer your body, you offer your mind, because the mind, the themes, technically the themes of Indian classical art forms are always connected with the Devs and the Devas. I cannot be doing anything abusive. I cannot be doing anything that's not dignified in this art form, because it is connected with the evolved souls. That is the mental theme of this. So the mental theme comes down to my physical movement. My physical movement is technically entwined with my mind, and I cannot perform these two unless I am one with myself. I have to have that kind of focus. Everyone who is practicing classical art form should have that meditative quality about them. Unless you meditate upon the creator, unless you meditate upon the nature, unless you meditate upon yourself, your inner self, you cannot give your best. But that is the grammar of this dance. I cannot escape this. If I do it just as a show, if I do it just as a performance for my commercial interest, this art form will still be good, still be aesthetically good, but it will not be a satisfying, fulfilling performance. That is why we call the art form as a healing process, as a healing thing. Music is pretty much the same. The classical music has got the 7 swaras. All the swaras touch the 7 nerve points in your system. The nadam, the damaru, the sound of Lord Shiva's, and the flow of the Ganges, the rhythm. Everything, all what you see around you, you learn everything from this nature. You have nothing, the Creator has not left anything unturned for your education, for your information in the form of nature. All we have to do is just open your eyes and see. Music, I will give you an example. I can evolve, you can evolve in so many ways in music, because man is intelligent. He knows how to use music, how to use the dance form, he knows how to use the body, he knows how to use the mind, he knows everything, because he is closer, he is, as a creation, he is closer to God. However, if I don't use my intellect in a proper way to discriminate these effects of these art forms on me, then man can also be a failure. Small example for this, the modern music. It's beautiful, no doubt. It has several rhythms. Today you have electronic, everything is electronic. The drum pads, you don't have to use a proper drum. You have your synchronization on the piano. There is nothing called piano today, everything is electronic. You have your sitar, which is also electronic. You have your veena, which is also electronic. You can use any number of music and you can create anything through the digital form in music. It's amazing. I even sometimes wonder that I don't need so many people to support for my shows or for my ballet performances. All I need is just a keypad and a drum pad or a mridangist or something. But what is the impact of such a music on your mind? That we have to see. I can create techno music, I can create any kind of weird, bizarre, unesthetic kind of quality, unesthetic kind of music or anything. There are people who like it, there are people who enjoy it. But when you really pause and think, what is the impact it has on your mind? What impact does it have in the rhythm of your mind? Then you will understand the difference between the soothing melody and this techno music. Both are beautiful, please don't get me wrong, my listeners. I am for music. Any form of music is welcome to me. Any form of dance is welcome to me. Because after all, every art has its own place in this world. I cannot say that only this art is good and that art is not good. Each one has a different taste and everybody is entitled to enjoy what they have to enjoy. But when it comes to the healing part, when it comes to going towards spirituality, invoking your piousness within you, you need a certain type of nadam, certain type of sound that invokes positive thinking, positivity in you. After hearing the loudest techno music, you come back home, you yourself become restless. Because that music has had something, has done something to your heart and mind. Having said all this, there is a methodology, there has to be a discipline. What these classical art forms teach us is a discipline of life. Now I spoke about the healing part, now I am talking about the discipline part. When I was young, I have to say that there are many days I would not want to go for my music class, I would not want to go for my dance class, but my parents kept a discipline for us. They said that this is the time you have to be in the class, no matter whether you like it or you dislike it. It created a sense of belonging, that art became me and I became the art, and the teacher became part of my life. That's how the art form became part of our life and living. I could never imagine, I'm sure many artists like me cannot imagine a life without their art that's close to them, close to themselves.